The city of Ahmedabad has been thriving on its textile industry, an industry that was birthed from its proximity to water. Today, due to the constantly growing market and the rampant need to supply to this demand, this source of life is bleeding in different colors. The drop in garment prices over the last 20 years has allowed us to buy more and more clothes. We now have 5 times more clothes than our grandparents had. It felt great until we found out what was hiding behind this trend.
The mass production, that's the problem. And it's a forcefully created requirement. I think our greed is the issue in that sense, because you already have something and still you are buying for no reason, or just for the style statement, or but if there is no demand, then there is no supply on the either side.
Mass fashion uses cheap, low quality dyes, which requires chemicals to prevent the fading of dyed clothing after washes. Subsequently, 2 lakh tons of dyes are lost to pollution every year, staining rivers across the global south. The Sabarmati, for 120 kilometers of its 371 kilometer course, is in its death throes. This is especially true for the stretch of the river along the Sabarmati riverfront in Ahmedabad. The excessive presence of pollutants in the river and the lack of natural flow has done irreparable damage to the river.
What is happening is, હવે આ પાણી 120 કિલોમીટર લાંબુ જવાનું, both the sides villages are there, so the groundwater table is also contaminated.
In reality, this continuous accumulation of cheap garments is only possible because of a constant reduction of production costs. This, in turn, has serious consequences on our health, our planet, and on garment workers' lives.
એક દલીલ એવી થાય છે કે શાકભાજી તો થાય છે, તો શાકભાજી તો થાય, પણ the toxicity અંદર આવે છે શાકભાજીમાં. અંદર ગાય ને ભેંસ તો જાય છે, yes, but the health of the animals is also not good. એટલે એનો મતલબ એવો નથી કે કંઈ થતું નથી. આર્ગ્યુ એવી કરવામાં આવે છે કે શાકભાજી થાય છે, ખેતી થાય છે, but the quality of the agricultural products and the quality of the milk, the quality of the vegetations are very contaminated. એ મુદ્દો છે, એટલે ત્યાંના લોકોના રોગો પણ વધ્યા છે, એ પણ છે. But recently when we carried out a survey and all, showing the riverfront, the BOD, biochemical oxygen demand, and COD is also detected over here. Biological oxygen demand COD is only when the effluent is discharged, otherwise not possible in the river water, but it is there.
How many of you would kill a tractor full of fish or maybe hundreds of cows in order to create this beautiful, elegant dress that you would brandish at the next party? Probably the answer to this question is a big no. However, reports have claimed that hundreds of fish were found dead in Sabarmati riverfront and Ghodasar lake due to low oxygen levels. And the low oxygen levels in water were attributed to the release of poisonous substances in river water and lake water.
Quickly changing fashion cycles are available at throwaway prices. The industries are able to set these benchmarks of mass fashion by producing in large volumes resulting in an overuse of resources and cost cutting through illegal practices. Every rupee saved on untreated waste is borne by the river.
In Gujarat, we have 33 number of the common effluent treatment plant, and none of the common effluent treatment plant is functioning as per the norms. So in Gujarat, in Ahmedabad particular, we have 6 common effluent treatment plant which is not functioning at all, and so-called treated water is coming through the mega pipeline to over here, which is, I can say, non-treated effluent. And that is why this river is called the dead river. The oxygen level is not detected. આ જે કોમન એફ્લુએન્ટ ટ્રીટમેન્ટ પ્લાન્ટ છે એ હાઈલી પોલ્યુટેડ છે, પણ ઇન્ડસ્ટ્રી મોટાભાગે ચોરી કરતી હોય છે. માનો કે અમે 50 ટન કોઈ વસ્તુ બનાવી છે, તો એ 50 ટનમાં કેટલું પાણી વપરાય એના પ્રમાણે એ ડિઝાઇન કરવામાં આવે CETP effluent treatment plant, but they are producing double unofficially. So they are using double raw material, double water, double electricity and everything.
The consequences of mass fashion do not end just at the consumption, but continue till the disposal. A recent study shows that a lot of this clothing ends up in the dump. The equivalent of one garbage truck full of clothes is burnt or dumped in a landfill every second. The environmental impact of the life cycle of mass fashion has resulted in recurring cases by social activists and government in Ahmedabad. While the operations at these industries have officially been brought to a standstill on such events, one can easily observe these factories running illegally under hushed tones.
Look, even the High Court knows that. Because one hand તો પછી એમ કહેશે કે રોજગારી અટકી ગઈ, કામદારોના જોબલેસ થઈ જશે. સો ઇટ્સ અ હાઈ લેવલ ડ્રામા. બંધ કહેતા હોય પણ જનરેટરથી પણ ચલાવતા હોય, બીજી રીતે ઇલીગલી પાણી ચાલતું હોય, અને બીજી બાજુ કે તમે જેટલું પ્રોડક્શન કરો છો ઓન પેપર એટલું જ બતાવો છો, ઇલીગલ તો બતાવતા નથી. આમ બી અધરવાઇઝ તો આ બધા ફંક્શન કરતા હોય, એટલે માનો કે જે ઓફિશિયલ પ્રોડક્શન કરો છો એ બંધ કરી દીધું હોય પણ બીજું ચાલતું હોય, એવું પણ છે. એટલે ગવર્મેન્ટ ઇઝ નોટ સિરિયસ, industry is also not serious, and they are contaminating the water very severely.
We might say that we don't own these dyeing factories, we don't work for these dyeing factories, so we apparently don't have any control over the textile dyeing waste which gets into the river. Neither do we work for Pollution Control Board. But as consumers, we are absolutely most powerful in the entire cycle. The production happens because there's a demand, and if we curb the demand, the supply automatically is going to be controlled. So how do we do that? One of the simplest ways in order to make intentional and meaningful choices about our clothing is to live a very minimalistic sort of life. We use and reuse our clothes, we ensure that they are being put to use till the end of their life cycle, and we repurpose them like the way our grandparents did. So, an old sari becomes a quilt or a shopping bag, and we could do it right away. By adopting for natural dyeing, by ensuring that we use biologically charged material, and these choices are not only going to make you feel happy and good about what you are wearing, but at the same time it will really make you cooler. You are making a fashion statement by choosing your clothing intentionally. We literally live in our clothes through our entire life, and each of our garment has a story to tell. Let us ensure that this is a right story, a happy story for us and also for planet Earth.